Hey y'all, welcome to another week of Nashville Chat. We're backstage at the Bluebird, as always. I'm here, I'm Johnny Ellis with Andrew Jones.
Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. Hello.
And we're here talking about season 1, episode 6 of Nashville.
What is this one titled? I believe this one has parentheticals.
It's called You're Gonna Change.
Okay. So I was wrong.
Brackets. I'm gonna leave.
There it is.
There it is.
There is the optional addition to text. Yes. Yes, I am happy. Brackets. Excited even.
Another title based, as always with this entire season.
Because it's so sad, I got myself a little hanky out.
Based on named after Hank Williams' song, released as a single on MG. You're gonna leave, or you're gonna change, or I'm gonna leave.
So they didn't change it up. I was excited. No. Maybe they adapted it.
No.
For television.
Recorded in September 1949, reached number 4 on the best.
That is a long time ago.
It is a long time ago.
We weren't alive. Put us together and we weren't even alive back then.
You were, weren't you? Because you're old.
Give yourself 4 years, Johnny. Think about that.
Yeah. It reached number 4 on the best-selling retail folk records chart. That's what I'm reading here. Recorded March 2nd, 1949.
When was it released?
September 1949.
That is a long lead on the recording.
Yeah.
Time. These days, record it, plop it out, same afternoon. Why was he so lazy?
You didn't even put it out on Twitter or anything.
Henry?
Yeah, Henry. Hank is a weird... It's like Dick for Richard. It's like, I don't get that.
I mean, there's 2 letters that stick with you, with Dick and Richard. Obviously. And that's short for Rick.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you get that. But yeah, Hank is always just like a strange... No, that doesn't... No, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Just yourself Indiana at that point.
So this week's episode, directed by David Petrarca, who directed a couple episodes of season 2 of Game of Thrones. He's directed some episodes of Jessica Jones, Marco Polo, and American Horror Story.
Jessica Jones. No, I don't know the name.
The Marvel.
Don't know the name. Is it an Alias?
Oh, yes. I was going to say, you will know her name. Is that the...
And the truth.
And the truth.
Oh. Rachida Jules. Famous for being on Parks and Recreation, Rachida Jules.
Also written by and Marcy Ulin. It's Meredith Lavender's first Nashville episode of 13 episodes that she wrote.
That's
she also wrote an episode of the Charlie's Angels short-lived TV show back in 2011, and The Gifted. That's just a few like that. I'm trying to make it a thing now to talk about the director and writer at the beginning of each episode. I believe it's a new-ish show. I think it was on the top of our IMDb last time. But yeah, we've got a lot to cover this week.
Chill. Everyone's hanging out,
chill.
Getting drunk. Mostly.
There was a lack of a particular thing, which we'll talk about at the end. But
there was one thing that I felt still had too much going on in it.
Okay. Do you want to tell me now?
Tell you now? Okay, right. Let's get into Daddy Talk.
Daddy Talk.
We got half an hour. Rayna dropped a daddy.
Yeah.
We went so far.
Not nearly enough.
I'm sure people were watching it, and it was like 45 minutes into the episode. We've had 2 or 3 commercial breaks, and they're like, "But where's Rayna saying the word daddy?" Because we're fetishists now, I think. And she edged you off, and then finally completed. Stop saying daddy.
Well, yeah, daddy doesn't turn up for. Right, turns up quite early on, but not too early.
Yeah, the powers at Booth is all over.
He is all over this episode.
He is, his threat is present at all times in Nashville.
But we start off in the zoo. In Nashville Zoo? I'm
no, sure. I don't know. We didn't get a definitive moment.
Yeah, we didn't get a definitive moment. I haven't checked
it
whether
could be
Nashville
Music
has a
City Zoo.
Maybe.
It could be the Bluebird's own petting zoo. We don't know. Backstage here, we don't know what's going on out front. Maybe there is a petting zoo right now.
Maybe. Well, there's some sort of event going on. There's a banner in the
There's
background.
A fundraiser.
A fundraiser called Zoo in the School.
Yeah.
And it's someone's up there talking about it's their job to teach people about animals and how they can protect them. Juliette is off to the side. She's doing PR. Her PR person's dragged her to this to meet Sean Butler, who's the owner of the fundraiser. Is owner the organizer?
Founder
of the fundraiser. Founder of the fundraiser.
Master of the house.
Because people care more about animals than rich people. So, Juliette's still trying to fix her career and bring herself back and get the tour back on.
People do not like some rich person who intends to buy nail polish by putting it into her bag and stick it through a basket and smash on the floor and have some poor sod have to clean it up and then just forget about it because she's so successful. She just has so much going on in her mind. She can't remember every single intimate little detail. And why would you want to go shopping with someone who's going to be your assistant? Because that looks bad as well when you can do everything as a normal human being. She's fine. She was in the right. Everyone else doesn't understand what it's like being a rich country music star.
I can't believe you're still defending her. Juliette gets to meet Sean Butler, who is a football player.
He is a quarterback.
Quarterback.
The QBs, they're the important ones.
Of the back of a football player.
Hey, look, Justin brought sexy back. This guy brings quarterback. You motherfuckers know how to act.
So they have a little meeting. They have a little photo op with some sort of animal. I can't for the life of me figure out what it is. It's a rodent of some sort. Juliette tells us later.
It was a marsupial.
He told me it was a human when we were watching it.
I thought you were pointing at Palantir. And I assume she's human. I make assumptions.
Oh, she's an angel. She's not just...
Okay.
She was an angel. Fallen from grace after trying to steal some nail polish.
Well, from what I learned, if she was an angel, you then had to save her to save the world, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So she wasn't really an angel. She was just a regular cheerleader.
Well, now we're with Rayna. She's in the studio cutting Buried Under.
Hold up a second. Was this the city stock footage we got of the Batman building for this one? No,
I think that was a bit later.
Because that was exciting.
Well, we can talk about it.
I was wondering where we were, and for a moment I thought we were watching Gotham. I thought, Fish Mooney's going to come out and do some crazy stuff.
Did you ever watch Gotham?
I watched a couple episodes. I was enjoying the Fish Mooney saga.
All right. Okay.
Remember Fish Mooney?
I want to get into that properly and watch the Joker
Jada
stuff.
Pinkett as Fish Mooney?
But there wouldn't be any
Her
original
character name was Fish Mooney. Yep. She left after the first season because they named her character Fish Mooney.
Well, Rayna is trying to get Buried Under cut and get her self-written album out and running, and they've got some approved producers, so she just has to choose someone.
Yeah, the record label really has like a group of people they want to work with, and that's it. And that seems very insular, and it's like the industry needs a shot in the arm because everyone can make music, so why only say that 5 people are allowed to actually produce music?
Yeah.
Fuck you and your autocratic systems.
Well, hey, the election is just over a month away. We find out.
We're recording. It
is exactly a month. Teddy is 7 points behind in the polls, so he needs to do better. Now, there's a clean campaign pledge event tomorrow, so Teddy and Coleman are going to going to turn up and sign this big board to pledge to have a clean campaign, not be dirty.
Yep. Because if you're going to get dirty, it's about time for my arrival.
So Daddy has an idea. You remember Daddy, right? You remember Daddy?
No, I don't.
Lamar.
Ah, Lamar.
Yeah, Daddy. He has an
French wine.
His idea is we'll do this event tomorrow, but we're gonna organize something, a little traffic stop. So that Coleman's late.
Of stoppage.
Yeah.
On Coleman.
Just stop Coleman in his tracks, like, make it, and then you can be up there on your own going, oh well, obviously Coleman's not taking it very seriously. I'm the better man, vote for me.
I'm not going to do dirty, but at the same time. Now, okay, the idea of this, if you have control of the police to do that, right?
Right.
Why don't you also then just do some sort of elaborate emergency roadworks where a mains thing breaks? And do you remember in Ocean's 13 when they're trying to create the earthquake by digging under with the two drills that made the Channel Tunnel?
Right.
Right, well, one of them broke, but the other one worked still. So that's probably still available to rent. So can't Powers Booth just hire that one in and get Casey Affleck and Don Cheadle down there to work on it?
I feel like you want Powers Booth in sort of YMCA outfits, just dotting around.
100%. I want him
ripping them
off. Up on top of the telegraph pole with a moustache and a hat.
I mean, I would watch that. That would be a better way to do this. But it's a pretty well thought idea. I mean, it's dirty as heck, but it's still.
There is more than 3 R's in this dirty. Let me tell you that much.
And it's ironic, isn't it? Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
Don't you think?
I say it's too ironic.
That's the plan. Teddy's not too excited about it, but Daddy reassures him. He says, it's just a traffic stop.
How can he be Daddy?
Trust Daddy
to Teddy. He is Lamar
to everyone.
He is Lamar to Theodore.
He's Daddy to us.
Simon and Alvin.
Well, now we're back at Scarlett and Avery's.
They are together forever.
They are together forever.
It's
Nothing's going to bring them down.
Nothing's going to stop them now, as Starship once sang.
Although Avery is behind on his rent. He hasn't paid his half.
There is this guy coming over. He's demanding rent. The guy's daughter's coming over to make cake and milk so they can have nice moment together.
Really?
And then every so often he just comes coming in and goes, rent?
A Spider-Man? Okay, fine.
What? Sorry, what?
It's not even the good Spider-Man 2. They haven't got the villain from that one coming into the new one, do they? They've got the villain from the better
Spider-Man.
Call me
when Rhino comes.
Right, man.
By that I mean let's do episodes of Billions where Paul Giamatti climaxes.
Well, Avery's behind on his rent. Scarlett's covering him. She's fine with that.
Scooter's got money out for her.
No. Right, I don't change characters' names like that. So why do you get no? Just no. Reed Olsen, a regional promoter, is coming to one of Avery's gigs.
Yeah.
One of the band members, their cousin, knows Reed or something. They've got a connection, and they've managed to get Reed.
It's
Olsen
one of those people of a people know people things.
Yeah. And it's all about who you know, this business.
Yeah, so, like I said, autocratic situation. If you're not on the list of approved producers and you're not on the list of approved acts for promoters, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Nashville, baby.
Reed Olsen's on his way, and Avery is excited. He's optimistic.
He's so excited he forgets to give his beautiful Scooter a kissy kiss.
A kissy kiss.
Yeah.
Well, Rayna has.
But they'll be together forever. I'll just establish that.
Rayna's found out that Liam McGuinness has moved to Nashville.
Now, Liam McGuinness, we all know as a great producer of music. We know his songs.
Well, he's a non-starter and he's a crazy rock star.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't know Kenny Chesney from Kenny Rogers.
Now, I don't know Kenny Chesney.
Is what Bucky says.
I know of Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know Kenny. Yeah, I don't know who Kenny Chesney is.
I know Keith Chegwin. Is it the same thing?
Maybe.
Okay.
But Lee McGuinness has won 5 Grammys, 0 CMAs though. But all his albums have gone triple platinum, and he has he's got a dog named June after June Carter Cash, which I feel like is a bit of an insult. I wouldn't call my dog Johnny Cash. No,
because you'd be too confused by calling it Johnny yourself.
Why am I talking to myself?
You would call a dog June Carter Cash and cuddle up to it. People go, look, Johnny and June, that's a bit weird. And go, yeah, wait till you see what I do with her. And it reveals that you're a real Powers bottom.
I found it a bit not weird, but it was just like, oh yeah, she's June Carter Cash. I always just call her June Carter. That's what I have in my head whenever I think of June. It's June Carter, it's never June Carter Cash.
I think of it as June Carter Cash.
Yeah.
But I also think of Diddy Dirty Money, so I enjoy my triple decker things. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Anyway, we're back at Juliette, and her picture with Sean Butler has been retweeted 250,000 times since this morning.
It's
cute. She's trending with pro football. Yeah, she's trending with pro football hashtags, and she's got 20,000 new follower requests.
Okay. Well,
so does that mean her Twitter's private?
Must be.
If they're requests.
Also, why are there so many pro football hashtags? Hashtag crap football. I'm anti-football. Boo football. Boo ball. Football. Let's get these hashtags trending.
She is not happy with the picture of a rodent on top of her head.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because she likes to be on top. Well, she's a boss.
That's true, I suppose. We did see her on top with Deacon back in episode 1. Her PR people have got an idea for her to go out with Sean Butler. Not for a coffee, but for dinner. It will help her relaunch her tour. So, I mean, Juliet's not very happy, but it looks like it's going to go ahead. It's going to help. So now we're at the 5 spot, which is the 5 spot. It's a club where Avery is performing, and I know how much you like the Nashville geography.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready?
Let's hear it.
This is from Avery and Scarlett. It's a 4-minute drive or 20-minute walk from their house.
Okay, so it's not so bad.
An Uber is $7.89, $10.50, or $16.04. That's for an Uber Comfort, or an Uber Black.
I feel like that's more expensive than the other walk that Avery did.
Well, it might be because of time. I don't know. Because I searched it, probably about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Was it because it's more centralised?
On a Saturday morning? Maybe.
Is it more of the metropolitan area?
Maybe, but then it was further away for...
Yeah, but it might have been quick to get out of Nashville, Maine.
Maybe.
Uber, I don't like these prices. I also don't like your work ethic.
Yeah.
You have a bad app, delete.
Avery is singing a song called Kiss.
What?
A song called Kiss.
Kissy Kiss?
No, Kiss. Just Kiss. He's a big fan of the band.
Love Gun.
What did you think of the song? I quite enjoyed it. It's not country, but
it's okay. I don't think it's quite country. The other thing I had a problem with is the lyrics were very repetitive.
They were very repetitive.
I think it was trying to be an anthem, but it didn't quite make it.
Yeah. Reed Olsen sat there and he's watching.
He loves
as well
it.
as a mysterious woman.
Yeah, but Reed Olsen's sitting there. He's having a nice drink. He's had a horrible day. He's got to deal with the fact that his ex-wife is having a real go at him, and his daughter Haley Steinfeld. He hasn't really hung out with her for a while. But he looks over to the crowd, and here's Keira Knightley singing this song, Kissy Kiss, and starts imagining all the musicians playing next to her.
I think you're
And
watching
then she's
something
going to
else.
become best friends with James Corden cat. Here we go. Oh, twat and spat.
Well, after singing Kiss, Avery comes off stage and he brings Scarlett with him, and they meet Reed Olsen. Reed talks about he's looking for people to support the Lumineers on tour, and he just kind of walks off. They don't know whether he likes Avery or not. But then this mysterious woman turns to him and says, "Well, Reed's a coward. He doesn't know. He doesn't know he likes someone unless 10 people tell him he does." This mysterious woman is Marilyn Rhodes. She's a manager.
Monroe?
No, Marilyn Rhodes.
Oh.
She's a manager and she wants to represent him and his band. So she gives him her card. He offers her a drink, but she says, "No, just give me a call later when your girlfriend's not around." And yeah, things are looking up. Yeah.
I don't think Marilyn's as good as Scarlett.
Oh, it's all right. She's just a manager. Why are we
Yeah,
comparing
but I think, when you look at human beings, and I rate Scarlett quite high because she's both human being and Muppet.
No, I was just about to say you back away from Scarlett, but yeah, really back away from Scarlett.
I will back away because that's Avery's business. I'm just saying, as human beings go, this is someone who will come up and call someone a coward in a bar without behind their back, and I don't think that's right. You call it in front of their back, which is their face, and then you can have a bar fight, which is the best kind of fight.
Right. Well, Rayna and Bucky are going to Liam McGinnis's studio. And wouldn't you know, it's Darian O'Harris from Game of Thrones. He has been in other shows that you mentioned while we were watching.
I would
that
not
was
know.
The first thing No? Didn't you say he was in Entourage or something?
I've not said anything. What's going on?
Liam McGinnis. He is a producer that Rayna wants to work with. He opens the door, doesn't even let her in. He says, "I agreed to this meeting as a courtesy, but the meeting is going to be on this doorstep here." Doorstep? Yeah, doorstep.
Yeah, just doorstep meeting. We have them all the time. We call them hobo hangouts.
But he doesn't need to listen to her music because they're not compatible really.
They're not.
She's music for mums and SUVs.
The thing about Rayna James, if anything you need to know about Rayna James, her music is for mums and for SUVs.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to make sure that we have SUV music because, as we know from Pixar's franchise, cars will eventually gain sentience to take over the world from the rubble of humans. So it's important to have great music for them so you know what music they like and thus can build upon that and create their own. Like they do create their own racetracks and spy systems and thus, counterintelligence, terrorist attacks and army hammers.
Well, Liam shuts the door on them, and that's that. And now we have the title. We're in Nashville. We're in Nashville
where people slam doors at you all the time. And Avery and Scarlett are forever.
So Juliette and Sean are out on their date. He's asking her about her song Telescope. She's criticizing. Yeah, she's criticizing him on his gameplay. They don't need to get to know each other. This is just a PR stunt.
They know what it is.
It's not an actual date. Now they are at a place. I'm not too sure what the place is called, but it's next to the Elephant Emporium.
I believe it's called Starbucks.
Now I know how much you like your national geography.
I mean, we've already gone through so much today. I'm not sure if I can handle more.
Well, Juliette's house is
new house. Her new house.
Yeah, her new house is 917 Overton Lee Road. It's quite hidden away when you go out.
I would hope it'd be hidden away. I couldn't imagine that being like the first thing you see when you land in Nashville.
Yeah. So it would take about 48 minutes to drive there.
Okay.
We're out on a date, or a 15-hour and 4-minute walk. I reckon she walked.
A 15-hour?
Yeah, 15 hours and 4 minutes.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Why? What is making it 15 hours? Are you going up and down a mountain?
Probably.
What the? No.
That's what the map says.
Did the map take you around Nashville to get into it? Like you have to circle
I imagine you're getting on a highway of some sort to make it a 48-minute drive.
But when you walk, you do it my way.
Yes. Yeah. So when you're walking, you're going like sort of a straight line ish.
Mhm.
When you're driving, you are sort of going off to the right, and then getting on Route 40 and
Okay.
driving down. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on a
That's
second.
quicker that way.
And but if you do go driving, of course, and this is just based on the beautiful song "My Way" from the hit album, you would not
Right.
be able to listen to the whole hit album, "Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water" by Limp Bizkit, because that according to Wikipedia runs for 74 minutes 55 seconds. So you may not even get to. Let's have a look at the track listing. You would definitely get to "My Way." It is the 5th track of the album, but you probably would not make it to Rollin' Urban Assault Vehicle featuring DMX and Method Man and Redman.
Right.
And if you don't even get to that, I mean, what are you doing here?
Well, let's get to Uber.
You
Prices,
might not
shall
even
we?
get to take a look around. God, could you imagine not getting to take a look around? Whole point you put that album on, it's like, right, yeah, Rollin', obviously, My Way, My Generation, cool. But take a look around. I want to get back to Mission Impossible 2.
Okay. I don't know.
The
I don't know
the
how to respond to
sixth
this.
best Mission Impossible movie.
The 6th best. What's the
Yeah.
1st best?
Fallout.
Oh no, Mission Impossible 3. Sorry, but you're wrong.
Let's
Let's
3 is second best.
Uber prices.
Oh yeah, let's see how much it would cost if you were, and I highly doubt you are, driving, getting a ride from
Yeah,
cafe.
from house to cafe. So what do we think? What's your guess?
What's my guess or what's my estimate?
Yeah, your guesstimate.
Okay, that's an interesting. Did you just coin that? It's very,
Hashtag
very
guesstimate.
nice. Hashtag guesstimate. Hashtag anti-football. I reckon Juliette Barnes was forking out $20 for the cheap price.
Okay, and high price.
High price, I reckon she's got a private jet which costs 155,000.
All right,
But short of that, and we're not doing the helicopter rides
right,
or the mustache rides. 53.
right. Well, the low price is $49.70.
I am not understanding America, money, or the world. It is 2020.
The medium price is $65.61, and the high price $163.57. Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, it's my first meanwhile of the episode.
Yeah, because everything's been so terrifying.
Yeah. Avery has come over to Deacon's. He's got some food for Deacon from Scarlett. Scarlett made the food, not Avery. And he asks Deacon, "Do you know about this Marilyn Rhodes person?" Deacon says, "Yeah, she's the one who got her dress blew up in the air vent." He says, "No, not that one. Marilyn Rhodes, not Marilyn Monroe's."
That's a
Deacon
classic
says,
improv that Chippy Eston would do.
"Yeah." And Deacon says, "Oh yeah, I
He's
know
cheeky,
her."
Chippy Eston.
He warns Avery to sort of keep away from her. Don't bother with Marilyn Rhodes.
Yeah.
He'll put in a good word to Olsen, and don't waste your money on a manager.
Or he can't. He resents the concept of money managers. In fact,
And
he calls them money monsters. And then shows a clip from George Clooney dancing around the studio.
And Avery's kind of taken back. He always thought Deacon didn't like him that much, but maybe that's not the case.
Deacon doesn't like him.
Why doesn't Deacon like him?
No, he loves him.
Oh, he loves him
because he knows that Scoot's going to be with Avery forever, so he has to like him anyway. So he loves him.
And he knows that Avery gives good coasters.
Oh, he's sure he does give good coaster.
Yeah.
He has yet to give a kissy though. Still waiting.
We're now in the morning after Liam having shut his door on Rayna. Slammed his door in Rayna's face.
Doorstep meetings.
She's come back to Liam's. And she says, we didn't really get a chance to talk. You didn't get to listen to my music, and I think that you should. I've listened to your music, like the Belfast gig you did a few years back, and he's kind of taken back by that. He says, "You listened to the Belfast gig?" And she says, yes, I did. I listened to it in my SUV, which has got a great sound system for my kids' school ride.
Daughters.
So
she specifies daughters.
Daughters, yeah. So she hands him
on everything.
She hands him the Work in Progress album. She says, listen to this. And he says, all right, come on in and we'll talk. Work in Progress album.
Oh, she's got WIP.
Yeah.
She's got whip. I knew it. She always looked like she had whip.
Oh man, imagine that. And now Coleman is getting pulled over. So Coleman's on the way to the pledge, the
Diddy clean, Dirty pledge.
Yep, the clean campaign pledge.
Same name, different.
Yep. And he's pulled over by police. What annoys me is that, like, I would make sure I'm there, like, extra early. But I guess he's a busy man.
Sensible thing is to get there early so that you can go through the test for COVID before you go on stage and debate someone. Rather than spread it around and try and kill someone, but just so that you can still be the president of Nashville mayoral candidacy.
Yeah.
But only strong men would ever come late so they could hurt other people.
Well,
do you reckon he's dead by the time this comes out?
Jesus Christ.
You can only hope.
We wish him a speedy recovery, I think is what Andrew meant to say.
Yeah, we wish Coleman a speedy recovery and no one else.
Well, yeah, Coleman's pulled over and he's being belligerent. He's asked to step out of the car. So Teddy signs the pledge alone and the plan works, it seems. It's just a traffic stop order. It seems to be escalating. But so far, so good. We're back with Juliette on her date, in air quotes.
Sorry, is this date going on concurrently with the events?
No, I don't
you just described.
No.
Oh,
but
okay.
While we're watching the episode goes back. Shush.
I just want to know if this is meanwhile.
So Juliette asks Sean if he's as much of a goody two shoes as she thinks, and he says, "Well, are you as much of a klepto?" Oh. You can give it as good as he gets.
No, I'm more of a nympho.
Well, they seem to be getting on quite. They seem to be getting on quite a bit. So she says, "Why don't we just get out of here?"
She's more of a pyro because you know what she's going to set out to do.
Go on.
She's going to set fire to the third bar.
Well, they're young and hot, and she's got a jet. So why don't they just
I believe that was a line directly from the Blues Brothers, right?
Yes.
We're young, we're hot, we're wearing shades. It's night.
They put on the shades and walk out. He's got practice in the morning, but she's going to bring him back before his curfew. She promises.
She is on a mission from publicist.
And hey, Maggie is at this pledge, the pledge event thingy. Yeah, Maggie.
Margaret.
Margaret, Maggie. She's volunteering for Teddy's campaign, which is nice, isn't it? And they're friends, they're nice friends.
They're old friends. They're old friends.
Close
friends get to call her Maggie, I guess.
Their mess has been fixed from last week.
Yeah, that was a mess last week.
It was a mess.
It was awkward and it was entirely financial.
Yeah, but things are looking good.
Kissy.
She's a little kissy on the cheek, but it's just a little. Well,
you're saying it's a little cheeky kissy.
Cheeky kissy.
Ooh,
yeah.
Cheeky kissy. But in front of their back.
Well, behind their back.
Behind their back. So their back face.
Yeah. A picture's been taken.
By
someone. We don't know who.
Well, we do, because it was someone in a mirror.
So
we saw them taking a picture of themselves. And weirdly, they were topless and they were like feeling cute. Might delete later.
Coleman is still at this traffic stop. He's still being belligerent. And they're searching his car. And they find something. What do they find? It's Deacon's. Nope. It's Juliette's. Nope. It's Jolene's drugs.
Who?
Jolene. Yep. Begging of you, please don't take my drugs.
You missed. You overtook it. You only did 3. Know. You only did 3. You still got to owe me 1.
Jolene.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's like Daddy for me. I need it.
You need Daddy. I get it. So yeah, they found Deacon's drugs. Well,
Nope.
not Deacon's drugs, but
Nope.
the drugs that Deacon gave to Coleman.
The orange canister of oxy.
And Coleman gets arrested. Juliette and Sean
gets arrested at this traffic stop, which was already questionable because you're pulling over someone for no reason whatsoever. When you could have dug a gigantic hole, made a fun earthquake, had people dressed up in city costumes with crazy moustaches, and had Powers Booth on a telegraph with electrical wire with a helmet and a YMCA safety jacket. How fun would that be? What a great skit that would have been fun. That would have been a whole heist episode.
Even if they just had him in the background of this scene, like doing a little Muttley laugh with a mustache.
I would hope it's like a Ray Winston in the old betting adverts. It's just a gigantic Powers Booth head floating around.
Marvelous. Juliette
and Sean... Nashville.
Meanwhile, Juliette and Sean are on a plane to South Beach.
Are they like a Boeing 747? What are we talking about?
Private jet.
Oh, a jet.
Private jet. Yeah.
What'd you say? Like a G4?
Sure, I don't know my planes.
G5?
Do you know your planes?
Like a G6?
Well, a friend of Juliette's can get onto the balcony. Which balcony? The balcony, which is a club, it seems.
Well, you'll find him in the
club. Sean leans over Juliette and something's going to happen. And that something is he's going to grab a guitar.
Well, the only thing is I think something's got to give.
Really?
No, I don't. No, I don't. You know what? No, I don't think something's got to give. I think everything's fine.
Well, Sean grabs the guitar and plays Juliette's song to her, and they do a nice little duet. Okay. Quite nice. What do you think? Like it? Quite nice little acapella. It is. They're getting closer, even though this is a PR stunt. They're getting closer. They didn't need to get on a plane together.
No,
it was just a one date. She wanted to take it further, and by further I mean to South Beach.
Yeah, the sexy location.
Well, Sean warns Juliette. He says, "Be careful, because you might be having a good time with me." Meanwhile,
yay!
Rayna is talking with Liam. She's not going to put her career on the line and go against the label to do something half-assed. She wants to find her voice, not find her voice again, but find her voice now. Her now voice, her now time voice. Sometimes you got to blow up the box, she says. She's got so much going on. There's a buzzing in her head. She's got the kids' school and everything going on. She needs to know what to do for the whole day. She's got everything set out. But Liam says, well, let's have a drink. Let's drown out the buzz and blow up the box. So they have
I don't like that because I get Rayna. She's very scheduled, specific. She's got a lot of worlds to manage at the same time. She's doing a hell of a lot of work, and that's a good for humanity kind of person. And Liam's out here being a real dick and trying to chop down a human to create art, and I think it's dangerous because you start doing that and you might never get them back again.
I think it's nice to let go a bit sometimes.
Yes, but not when you've got family at home. You haven't set out time to let go. You have to schedule that shit.
But he says the kids are at home. They're fine.
Waiting on their mother.
They're not waiting on their mother.
You don't know. Maybe fine. One of them's cut their finger.
Yeah, or if you live your life that way.
I do.
You never get anything done.
Don't. True. You're right.
Fair enough.
But still.
Fair enough. Deacon sees Marilyn. Deacon has turned up to see Marilyn, and he's telling her to back the fuck off Avery, because he doesn't want Scarlett to be hurt by anything that might happen between Marilyn and Avery. And Marilyn says, well, you should have signed with me when you had the chance, because you wouldn't have just been the guy standing behind Rayna. So, if you'd just taken a dive and signed with me. But what does signing with her mean?
I think riches.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be on the TV show The Richest with Eddie Izzard
Yep.
and Minnie Driver.
Maybe.
So that's 13 episodes.
Well, we're back at Daddy's office.
No.
He is.
No, we're back at Lamar's office.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does not say on it, Daddy enter.
I bet it does.
Knock first, fist me. At the door.
Well, he's happy. He's happy with how the operation went.
Is he happy?
I think he is.
He's menacingly laughing because he's
he's menacingly. It's pure luck.
Lamar's going to run Nashville. It's going to change its name to Lamarville. And then they're going to start making superhero movies there. They're going to have comics because it'd be Lamarville.
The drug bust was pure luck.
Sure.
But, Teddy's not too convinced because he wouldn't put it past Daddy to do something like this.
Oh, with the Daddy?
Mm.
Oh, I don't like it.
Well, Avery is rehearsing with his band, and one of his band members comes in and gives them the bad news. They didn't get the gig. Lindy Ortega got the gig. Avery's not happy. He gives something a kick. It's not a guitar, is it? He kicks something.
Was that you?
Yes, that was me. I do apologise.
Are you getting kicked?
Yes.
Pig.
So we're back at the 5 spot. No, we're not. We are at. Sorry, I skipped ahead a scene there. We are at a nightclub with Juliette and Sean. He's ordering a club soda because
choir boy.
He's a choir boy. Yep.
Doesn't drink during any time. I'm just watching like Jude Law has fallen in the water.
But they have a little dance together, and he tells her, I never was actually a choir boy, so stop that now.
Which means he had no spotlight situations.
Yeah,
so we're fine.
And then Juliette says to Sean, she warns him. She says, "Be careful, you might actually be having fun with me." Didn't we hear that earlier?
Careful, Master Wayne. If you start pretending to have a little fun, you might just have a little by accident.
Now we are back at the 5 spot.
Yay!
Avery is watching Lindy Ortega singing. She's singing "The Day You Die," which is quite a nice upbeat country song, don't you think?
I didn't care. I was trying to work out if this was the band they were talking about or not.
It was.
No, the band they were talking about trying to open for.
No, it was the one that took the spot.
Okay.
Yeah. And Marilyn's turned up.
Well, no, who was the band they were talking about opening for?
Hold on, I've got it somewhere. 5 spot. Lumineers.
Okay.
Have you heard of Lumineers?
Are they a thing? No.
Yeah. I've heard their name.
Are they a real thing? Or
they are a real thing.
Okay,
and,
right. It's not
and I believe Lindy Ortega is a real thing as well. She's. I think it's a little. This is a little cameo because I searched her song and yeah. So Marilyn turns up at this gig, and she stood at the bar with Avery, and she says to him, "Oh, I was told to stay away from you." And Avery says, "Well, whoever said that was wrong." And Marilyn says, "Well, if you do sign with me, we'd start by getting you a residency with a great slot and a hot night. We'd press your demo as an EP and get it played
I don't know if you want to press it as an EP. I would press it as a coaster. It works better."
Yeah. But they'd get it played on college radio, and with her contacts, give her a month tops, and he'll be flying to gigs. So she says she's busy all day tomorrow, but come by at 8 and we can get to know each other better and talk about your career. But he can't. He says he can't do that. He's got I can't believe I was just about to say he's got Scooter. Are you happy?
Yes, I am. You don't know how insanely happy I am right now.
He's got Scarlett. He can't be doing that.
No, of course, because Avery is Scooter forever, Scarlett forever, Scooter forever, Scarlett forever, Scarlett. Avery and girl forever. Claire Bowen, Avery and Claire Bowen.
Avery's bandmate comes up to him and says, well, we're back to square one, basically. Let's keep trying. And he says, I've got a better idea. And he walks back over to Marilyn and says, see you tomorrow at 8. It's at 8. It's at 8.
Don't like that word.
It's at 8. What word?
Date's date. Date's at 8.
It's at 8, yeah.
I don't trust any date at 8. I don't trust any dentist at 2:30.
Well, Juliette and Sean are leaving the club, and they get caught by paparazzis. One of them starts asking Juliette.
Paparazzi is the plural, paparazzo is the singular.
Paparazzi, there's 2 of them, right?
Yep, there are 2, so you are right, but you don't need the S.
Yeah.
It's like fish and
Drop
fish.
Yes, it's neater. They're leaving the club, and one of the paparazzo starts asking her about her drug addicted mum.
Her mum. She starts going off her mum. Who's her mum? Jolene.
Sean isn't very happy about that. He punches.
Doesn't really do paparazzo very often, so I'm guessing he's not really used to this stuff. So yeah. He what?
He punches him. Punches the paparazzo. Knocks their camera to the floor, and they drive off.
Camera to the floor. Knock the camera to the floor. Knock the camera to the floor.
And it's the next morning. And Rayna is
you too. Something's wrong with you.
Rayna's hungover in bed. She was supposed to be home by 10 last night, but
but someone said, "Hey, you don't have children to worry about anymore. I've taken them from you to make beautiful music."
Well, it was well after 2 when she got back. 2 a.m.
Yeah, way too late.
But it was the second whiskey shot that made the 3rd and the 4th whiskey shots a good idea. Don't worry, Teddy's taken the kids to school. They're fine.
Don't get whiskey shots. Just had a week off. Whiskey's a drink you indulge and imbibe slowly and appreciate. Mm-hmm. It's not like a shitty tequila or sour or something. Well, it's like, yep, shit, just go down my throat.
Well, Rayna doesn't need to worry. Teddy's taking the kids to school. It's all good.
Yes, but Theodore is a responsible father.
But it's fall festival. Rayna's got to get cupcakes. She was supposed to bake cupcakes. She's got to go get them now. She's got to pick them up instead. And she's got to go. Teddy's gonna have to take her to her car. But then she sees on the news Coleman is on the news, so she asks Teddy to unmute the news. Coleman
which is the opposite of what 2020's been about. Unmuting the news.
Coleman is explaining himself. He says, I was an alcoholic. I've been on the program for years now, and those drugs were from someone I'm sponsoring. He doesn't say who, just says someone I'm sponsoring. He's going to surrender himself to a drug test to put this matter to rest, and that's that. And Rayna sees this, and she figures something out, and she says to Teddy, what does she say? What does she ask Teddy?
I love you, Daddy.
She says,
is that available to watch yet?
She says, what is Daddy doing now? What is he doing?
Did not like the drop of the daddy.
Well, we're back at Juliette's. They've received some pictures of Sean, and he's not looking very sober, even though he didn't drink.
Drink. He's a choir boy.
Yeah.
Club soda.
There's nothing to worry about. But, she's told
nothing to worry about.
It's the pictures that will kill a career. Never mind the tweets. It's going to be the picture. That picture
gets released. Because the tweets are pro football. We know that much. They're fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Juliette's got to figure that out and fix that. But hey, now, guess where we are?
Home.
We're at the Bluebird. We are home.
Yeah.
We're at the Bluebird. Donna's there. Finally, a scene of Donna.
Yeah, I forgot his name in this episode because he wasn't around.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was like, it's that guy. He's the opposite of Scooter.
Well, he's going to go check out a bar at 5 Points with Hayley. So he invites Avery and Scarlett along. Avery's busy, though. Avery's going to see Marilyn. And Gunnar says, oh, really? Okay. Are you sure that's wise? Because I heard Deacon say Marilyn that he didn't want Marilyn to take Avery on. Scarlett's not happy about that. She storms out. She's off to see Deacon, see what the hell's going on. Why is he actively stopping Avery from progressing in his career?
From getting success.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now we're back with Liam. We're back at Liam's studio, and Rayna's turned up, and she says, "What happened last night?"
She's basically doing that thing where she's unsure if Justin Bartha is on the rooftop or not on a mattress. But Justin Bartha in this case is the song.
Yeah.
The ground.
Well,
Dirt.
Liam says last night was magical. What kind of magical was it? It was musical magical. Magically musical. It's electric. They've got a video recording of her singing the song with a whiskey in her hand, probably a fourth whiskey. And it's electric. It
did look like a shot to me. It looked like a real calm whiskey drink, though.
It did, actually.
And you take one of those, and I tell you what, you take a vodka drink.
Yeah.
You take a lager drink.
Right.
And then you take a cider drink. And this is a great cocktail, because then you'll sing the songs that remind you of the good times. And the songs that remind you of the bad times.
Well, the song is electric, and Liam is happy. And
it's the song She's Electric, because Liam would be happy with that. Because that's a song that Liam sang. It wasn't a Noel song. Noel doesn't sing because he has to cover his face if he has to sing these days, and he doesn't wear masks. Oasis are a shit.
Well, Scarlett's at Deacon's now. She is not happy. She's banging on his door. He answers finally. He says, "Did you really tell this Marilyn girl to not go with Avery, to not sign Avery, to back off Avery? What the fuck? Why don't you like Avery?" And Deacon's like, "Well, who said I didn't like Avery? Am I supposed to hand Avery a balloon every time I see him? You know, why do you think I don't like him? When have I ever given him?" Who
famously holds a balloon when he sees people?
Anyways.
Thank you.
Oh. Well.
Beep Avery.
Beep. Well, he tells Scarlett that Marilyn only reps good-looking guys under 30. So you're fucked. Because you're over 30 now. Because you're old. Remember how you are? Anyway.
No, I don't remember because I'm young at heart.
You don't remember because you're losing your memory because you're old. I love you, really. Just stop calling Scarlett Scooter.
I love Scooter. Scooter's my favourite Muppet. Why would I want to stop that? It's a sign of respect.
Well, Marilyn only reps good-looking guys under 30, and she only signs them after a certain closeness has been established. Like a closeness under 6 feet. Which, yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's anything to go by, that means that she kills them?
Maybe.
Okay. And then she starts seeing Richard Jenkins' ghost pop up to remind her of all the fun they used to have before his heart attack.
Well, let's find out what she does, because now we're at her place, and Avery's there. He's got his demo. He says his music speaks for itself.
How does it?
Well, she says, "Well, if your music speaks for itself, what are you doing here?" And she climbs all over him.
Oh, so he finally gets a kissy.
He finally gets a kissy, but then he stops the kissy.
He better stop the kissy.
He says he can't do this, and he walks out. So he's done the right thing, you know.
He's always doing the right thing. David Byrne said so.
Deacon, meanwhile, has gone to see Coleman and is apologising. He says, "Sorry, I got you mixed up in this mess."
And pregnant.
Deacon's gonna call a Tennessean and explain everything. Tell him I'm the guy.
The Tennessean.
Yeah. So
that is such a awkward way of phrasing that. Tennessean. That's how they should phrase it. The Tennessee. No, I'm just saying the Tennessean is that's probably the correct way. It just doesn't ring. It rings false in my ears.
Oh. Sounds all right to me.
Tennessean. It's the Ian. I don't like Ians. Is what they say.
Wow, rude.
Yeah, well, yeah, they are rude. All the Ians I've ever known are rude people. Some of them rude boys.
Well, Common says no. Don't do that. Don't call a Tennessean. Don't AA only works if you're anonymous. That's the best way it works. Meanwhile,
now have you ever dealt with AA before? I don't think it works best when you're anonymous because they won't be able to find you in your car.
That's the wrong AA.
Nope, it's the
That's
right
AAA.
A.
In America, that's AAA.
Yeah, they had an extra A there because it's Automotive Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can't really get yourself a quote unless you're drunk, trying to sober up whilst driving a car that's broken down.
Well, we're back at Scarlett and Avery's, and Avery's coming back home.
You say Scarlett and Avery's because it's the place they live because they're going to live there forever.
Yeah. Well, Avery comes back home, and first thing Scarlett says, "Did you sleep with that woman? Did you know it's what she wanted?" He wouldn't have gone if he knew that's what was going to happen. He says, but she says, when you tell the truth, it's 2 words. Well, when you lie, you won't shut up. And he says, all right, but I didn't do anything. Something started, but I stopped it. And I came home. I did the right thing. Why are you punishing me for doing the right thing?
He's always doing the right thing.
He is. Juliette, meanwhile, is trying to fix this paparazzi mess. So she's met up with the paparazzo. She wants to buy the picture of the drunken Sean, in air quotes. And she's going to call the paparazzo the next 10 times she goes out and about. And, pictures of her are worth something, clearly.
Yeah, especially when they've got, I don't know, some sort of crazy animal on her head. And she refuses to go out unless she's got the animal on her head now. Anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
She is going against Peter. She's going to be covered in fur forever.
So they make a deal. She pays for the picture, and the picture's not going to get out. Coleman, meanwhile, has got the pictures from Peggy and Teddy meeting. The person taking a photo in the mirror was a PI or someone working for Coleman, and he knows an affair when he sees one. So Coleman's got the upper hand now. Back at Juliette's, Sean has turned up. And he says no one spent $25,000 on pictures of him. But, no one's fought a paparazzo to defend her honor before. So they're even, kind of. But Sean says, do you want to meet again and maybe not go out this time, maybe stay home? He's not asking her out. He's asking her in. Isn't that adorable?
Is it adorable?
It is. You were going, "Ah."
I know, but I'm also full of irony and bitterness.
Meanwhile, we're back at the studio listening to the new version of Buried Under, recorded, done by Liam and Rayna. But Marshall doesn't work with Liam because Liam told Marshall to go screw himself at the VMAs 5 years ago.
Which is fair because, Video Music Awards are the place where you make all your insider industry trades.
Yeah. But, you can't deny it's a good version of the song. It's pretty good.
It's still a song that I think is not very interesting.
Yeah, fair enough, but still.
I was hoping for a bit more of an interesting sound. It still sounds like mums and SUVs. Give me some, Let's shake it up. Let's do Madonna when she did Ray of Light.
That classic, that classic country sound. Boom.
Oh, yeah, that's the point. It's not about being country anymore. She's a little bit country, but I think she could also be a little bit hip and hop.
Rock and roll.
No. I know she loves rock and roll. I've seen her put another dime in the jukebox.
Well, Scarlett has turned up at Deacon's and she's got a bag packed.
Yeah.
Avery was always ambitious, but it's better to find out that his ambition to him is more important than she is now.
Wait, what? I thought the bag was packed because she's moving in with Deacon and Avery because they don't have to pay rent when they hang out with her uncle. Like the three of them in a fun moment together.
In my notes here.
And he was just late because he's walking or taking an Uber and she drove. We know how distance those things go now.
Oh, the two houses are like a few doors down from each other.
So he could take, but
but they're not supposed to be
on the Nashville conversation. They could be, that could be a 10-minute walk or a 15-hour walk.
True, that's true. I think they're not very far from each other at all. Like 3 doors down, something like that.
Oh, really? So they're playing Trump's inauguration?
See, now here in my notes, I didn't think about the fact that you'd be upset about Avery and Scarlett splitting up, because that's what they've done. I'm sorry to break it to you.
No.
They've split up. She's got a bag packed, and Deacon says, you're welcome to stay as long as you need to. And in my notes here, I've put, is Andrew happy now? More uncle niece scenes coming up, surely.
I like
You're
that
not happy?
part.
Yeah.
Avery and Scooter were together forever.
Well, Avery could still... No, don't call us... Avery can still fix this, If you think about it, he did do the right thing. He didn't go ahead with
but they were together forever. But this is not. This is now they're together. Now they're apart. Now they're together, and that ruins forever.
That's still a chance.
No, they've ruined forever because they were always permanent, and now it's breaking off.
Well, there's still a chance. Avery hasn't done anything really wrong yet, because and he's going to turn up surely soon and ask for forgiveness and apologize. Meanwhile, Teddy's numbers are up. He's on the phone. They're asking him if he wants to make a comment to the Tennessean about Coleman, but he says no comment. Coleman, meanwhile, is looking over the pictures of Teddy and
Margaret.
Maggie.
Margaret. I don't know her well enough.
He's looking over photos and he doesn't know whether to leak them. Rayna's never going to forgive him if he does it. But his wife says you don't owe her or her family anything. Should he just leak the pictures and let the chips fall?
Did not sign the clean campaign deal.
We never saw him sign it. That's true.
He didn't sign it because he was arrested. He didn't make it there, and thus the public event has ended. So if he did sign it, it would be in private, and he could just scrub out his name.
Yeah.
They're right. Fuck you, Theodore.
Well, his wife says sometimes you have to do a little wrong to do a little good, to do a greater good. So is he going to leak the pictures for the greater good?
Greater good.
Avery meanwhile is at a door. So he's surely he's at Deacon's door. He's about to ask for Scarlett's forgiveness, right? Who opens the door?
Can you imagine?
Marilyn.
Forgiven.
What?
It's unimaginable.
Marilyn opens the door, and Avery goes inside to finish what he started.
Is it quiet uptown?
And that is episode 6. What did you think of this episode?
Didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nope.
I quite enjoyed this one.
Didn't like it.
A lot happens. Oh, you didn't like it because of Avery and Scarlett.
Scooter and Avery forever. I miss my cruise from Tucson.
I wasn't too pleased with the fact that there's no real original music. No new original music, at least.
Can't have new songs every week.
But I will tease next week. It is.
Is it the Getting Back Together episode?
It's worth having an episode with no new music to have next week's episode.
Because next week's episode is a silent episode.
Yes.
And it's all just Avery and Scarlett just hugging and kissy and like, what we're together forever now.
Well, hey, Scarlett is now split up with Avery.
No.
But Gunnar is still with the girl that is like a guy. Haley, yeah. So this love triangle is getting harder and harder now.
What do you mean love triangle?
Well,
between Avery and Scooter and
Scarlett
Deacon.
And Gunnar.
And Gunnar and Haley are happy together with their yogurt sex.
So now, now the love triangle has changed from Avery, Gunnar, and Scarlett to Haley, Scarlett, and Gunnar.
There's never a triangle. Avery and Scarlett were together forever. Gunnar has no say in anything. He's just
if forever is 6 episodes, then
look, I say he's just a friend.
Right. Okay. We'll see how that goes.
But Avery's got what she needs.
Right. I mean, I don't know what to say to you, but we'll see next week.
What do you mean?
See what happens next week. How is Scarlett gonna react to being single again?
She's not, because she's not single. She's hanging out with her uncle for a bit whilst she deals with the spat.
Oh, sorry, she's not single. And Juliette just tried to put the nail polish in her bag for safekeeping. Sorry, I forgot.
Now
I do
you get
apologize.
it. Now you get it. It's taken you another couple of weeks, but you finally. I can't believe it's taking you so long. Yeah. She is not fucking around with the possibility of smashing nail polish.
Right, okay.
Because then she's wasting it and someone's going to have to clean it up, and that's not a job anyone really wants to do.
We'll see what happens.
I think what's going to happen is Avery and Scooter are going to get together and Deacon's going to hand Avery a nice balloon.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to have to come out of Fantasyland and get back to reality.
I'm not in Fantasyland, I'm in Nashville.
We are, and we're backstage at the Bluebird.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Well, you understand it now.
Until next week.
What do you mean? Where can we find you?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Jesus Christ! You're rushing off. We've got nothing to go on.
We've got a lot to do.
They've shut us down today.
Yeah, I know.
Tomorrow there's a big festival going on, so we've got to prep for that. But today we're just chilling out, watching Nashville.
Well, you can find me at movie_mad. Where can we find you?
Were you about to say _movie?
No, I was going to say, are you movie_mad?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Different. That's a different Twitter account.
Who's that?
I don't know. I've heard they're great podcasts though.
Oh, it's a podcast. Fuck that. I don't listen to podcasts. You can find me at Ethan Runt, and I don't talk about podcasts or anything.
Where can we find us?
Us?
Us.
You can find us. I believe it's in America it's on HBO Max, and in the UK I believe it's on Sky.
No, we don't
Cinema.
talk about that film. Was too scary.
You don't.
No.
No.
This is the Nashville podcast. This is my happy place. You do not come here with that. It's not welcome at the Bluebird, or even backstage at the Bluebird.
So nobody.
Okay?
So you're saying black people are not welcome at the Bluebird?
No, I'm saying doppelgangers, creepy doppelgangers aren't welcome at the Bluebird.
Wow. So only people you perceive as originals.
Yes.
Official humans. You decree as who are official humans. This seems selective.
At Bluebird_pod is our Twitter.
Okay.
At Bluebird Pod is our Instagram. And Bluebird Pod is our Facebook.
Do we have a website, an email?
BluebirdPod@hotmail.com.
And of course, go to Podnose to get all your podcasting needs. There's a lot of podcasts there. It's run by George Grimwood. He is a great guy, creating great podcasts for great people. He
is a great guy. Great guy. Until next week. I'm very much looking forward to next week's. I had a little skip ahead and rewatched a bit of next week's, fast forwarded to certain moments and we're gonna have fun. You just have to accept that Avery and Scarlett aren't
forever
anymore.
Okay. I bought 500 shares of love into that relationship. My heart is my economy. And it's collapsing around me.
Until next week.
Love forever.